God takes from us the things that keep us from being our best for Him. Let me say that again so I can get it across the way I want to. God takes from us the things that keep us from being our best for Him. And there have been many things in my life that God's had to take away from me too, like distractions that I've had in my life and idols that I've had and habits that I've had, because this whole process that we've been going through is about aligning our will with His will. And that's exactly what Jesus Himself had to do when it came to the Father. He said, Lord, not my will, but thy will be done. And so why would God want to bless us with anything until our will aligns with His will? Because the whole thing about the blessing is that He's blessing us so that we can do His work in the earth. So would you give a 16-year-old $10 million? Of course you wouldn't, because that 16-year-old would go out there and destroy itself. So there has to be a maturing, there has to be a process. There has to be a becoming of our will becoming His will, so that when He blesses us, then we'll line up with what He wants us to do, because that's ultimately why He's blessing us, is because He needs to get His purpose done in the earth. So He's trying to get me out of me, and He's trying to get you out of you. And He's doing a pretty good job of that too. I also just want to caution those who have been putting some things in the comment section, especially on my YouTube video. There was some people that put yesterday, well, maybe some of your listeners don't tithe. Well, Job, he tithed. Remember Job? And he tithed a lot and he lost everything. There was some other people that said, well, maybe y'all just don't have enough faith. Well, I think Paul had a lot of faith. We could say that, right? And he prayed 3 times that the Lord would remove a thorn in his flesh, and the Lord said, well, nah, my grace is sufficient for thee. Imagine if one of Paul's friends would have said, hey, you don't have enough faith. That's why God's not removing this thorn. I'm sure Paul would have looked at him kind of weird and said, have you seen my ministry? Anyway, we got to be kind to each other, because we're all in this process together, and each of us that are at different levels, each of us are at different stages, but we're all God's children, and He loves us, right? I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep the faith. Calm down. Be patient. It's happening. It's coming. I love you all.